Oh. Strange. Okay. I don't know. I think you could play it actually on the post rather than going to the link and going to YouTube. But I think it's changed how it's doing it. I'm live! Oh my god! I forget I'm live sometimes. I've pressed the live button. So welcome to the stream. I'll just go on. I'll just turn this Skype off. I often feel drunk when I do these streams. So welcome. I'm going to aim for an hour. Try and stay on for an hour. But I am really tired. I really am tired. But yeah, I'm going to try and do at least an hour. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. So, to ask questions during the broadcast, you have to friend me and message me on Skype. And my Skype is Rebekah Maroon. And that's practically it, really. Do I need to? So for the introduction, and then you're free to start messaging. Any questions? So this life is very human. It's very physical. Like it's bricks and mortar. Is it? Yeah, mortar. Bricks and mortar. What I mean is, this is not something spiritual, not something ethereal. In terms of the human experience, it's raw, it's alive, it's full, it's moving, changing, it's and this is what I'm what I'm speaking of. A real practical human thing. Not a lofty spiritual thing or a mental conceptual thing, but the raw feelings, the experience of being human, the emotions, the human. So there's been lots of crying. I've been crying a lot this week. Lots of crying. I feel like this human hasn't got an easy set of conditioning. It's a very complicated, very, well, they're quite simple as well, but very difficult conditioning. And that may have began the whole looking for freedom, the looking for the end of the painful conditioning or the difficult conditioning. But what was discovered was that the conditioning wasn't the problem. Sure, it's nice to have pleasant conditioning, pleasant experiences, pleasant circumstances, of course. But that wasn't the actual problem. That wasn't the actual suffering, the deep longing. So I thought it was about tidying the cage, improving the conditioning, improving the experience. There's nothing wrong with that, improving the conditioning, improving the experience of that human. But that, for one, that is endless, and then you never get to a completed, unbroken, perfect human. You just can't. It's impossible. I've lost my points now. I had one. What was two? Two. The freedom was never about the conditioning. It was never about the human. And that to me is beautiful. That to me is freedom. That there can be freedom beyond complex or difficult circumstances. That to me is freedom. The freedom was never a personal thing. It was never a human thing. It felt like that conditioning, that human, like it had someone in it. Somebody, I was in that sense of I was in that conditioning, in that human, in that character, that difficult character. So of course, if you're in that's to do with you, then obviously you're going to want to fix it and change it and improve it because it's affecting you. But that light's really bright. There is something here beyond that character, that human. That character, that human, is an experience appearing. So what is here now? What is hearing? What's allowing these sounds to appear? What's allowing the lungs to breathe? The body to sit? What's allowing the room and the light? What's allowing everything? Is it you? Is it a someone? Or is that an idea that you are here, involved in this, listening, sitting, breathing, thinking, feeling? Or is it just happening in boundlessness, in emptiness, in freedom? I can hear someone. Hello? What's the matter? What's the matter? You wet? Why are you wet? Oh, your heart is sweating. Oh, wow. I've no idea what I was saying now. But this is it. This is home. I remember being with a teacher, and this was years ago now, and they were just pointing to that I am sense of being. I began to notice a sense of being, but there was like, I remember this feeling of, is that it? Like, is that what it's about? This sense of being. That wasn't enough. Like, there was still. I don't know. This wasn't enough. I was still. I was still. So the sense of being wasn't enough. Like, oh, hang on a minute. That's Kamala. Sorry about that. My daughter keeps calling me. You can see why I'm so tired. God. Yeah, it's really full on being a single mom. Really, like, everything's on you. Everything. Like, it's really full on job. But it was an empowering thing to separate from my husband. It was an empowering thing. I knew it. This was so clear. I'm lucky that I've got he's quite similar, my ex-husband and me, so we get on enough, you know. No idea what I'm talking about. This is being honest. This is my biggest issue. As Rebekah's biggest issue is like talking to people that I don't have much to say. I'm just like, I don't really have that. I've since discovered Asperger's, and it's very similar. This sense of I don't have that. I just don't have that brain. That brain that I just find it hard to deal with language and interactions, and I find it very draining. So in that regards, I mean, very isolated. It's my difficulty with human interaction, being sociable with other humans. I find it very difficult. That's Joshua. And I used to actually think I got used to it in a way, being on my own and being isolated and lonely, and began to think that I preferred it. And in a way, I do quite like it. In a way, I like being on my own a lot of the time, and I do enjoy it. But actually, over the past, I don't know, maybe 10 months, maybe a year, like I've realised I'm a social animal. I am part of the human race, and I am a social animal. I do want to, meet people, and I do want to connect with other humans, other people. That was a shock to realise I wanted to actually be around other people. Only a bit, not like full on, but a little bit of human contact. So in saying that, I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm a natural person to be speaking about anything. I wouldn't say I'm a natural public speaker. I'm the best person to be publicly speaking. Not by a long shot, but this is happening, and it feels like, well, it is like my heart. This speaking about this freedom, about this love, like it's the essence of what I am, the being, the core of what I am, regardless of how the human is, character is. This is the essence of what I am. So I'm not sure how it will happen. Like, I don't know how. Maybe the human will get better at it, or maybe it won't. I don't know how, but this is what's happening. Maybe I'll do small retreats, like 2 people. I don't know, a few people or something, or maybe I'll always do online talks. Who knows? Who knows? But I like doing actually face-to-face talks. It's beautiful, really nice. But yeah, who knows? But I've tried to stop in the past, and I just can't. I can't. This is what I am. So me waffling on about. Okay, so Dupe has messaged. Hi, Dupe. Can you say some more about everything just happening? That there is no I, no person doing anything. I could not become aware of that. I could see it. So it's a bit messy. Okay, yeah. Well, how do I do? Yeah. That's the good news. That's the good news, Dupe. That is already how it is. Everything is just happening. They're messing about up there. Hang on a minute, sorry. Thought it was you.
I know Mother Steve was asleep. And yoga bed.
No, you can't, sweetheart. You can't. Go back into your bed. Let's go. Back to your bed.
I'm not still on bed. I'm over at the company.
I know you have to go to your bed. Your bed, Kamala. It's been like playing around upstairs and doing all sorts. Like they're always changing with their routine, and they just change all the time. Yeah, so what was Jupe saying? Yeah, everything's happening. So everything is happening, like everything that's happening is happening. It's happening. And that doesn't need like proving or believing. It's like it's self-evident that this is happening. So the sound of my daughter knocking is happening. The light is happening. This hand moving is happening. These sounds are happening. The computer's humming. Like this is happening. The chair on the bum, the feet on the floor, the table. This is happening. That doesn't require a thought. A thought is also just happening. Now, this idea of someone doing it, I mean, that isn't self-evident. That is an idea or a sense, maybe, that I'm sitting here. I feel bum on the seat. I hear. But there's no evidence to back that up. What is clear and obvious is that this is happening. The secondary part of I'm doing that isn't. That's that feeling of you being here. That wasn't there, 5 minutes ago or a minute ago. It just appeared. But because it has memory, the brain can produce memory pictures. It puts it together as if it's always been here. But they could just be looking. They could just be thinking happening. And then me comes and claims that. It says, I've been here thinking for the past half an hour. The question is that true? Is that true? And what good news the answer is. But it has to be, it has to be exposed, that illusion. It has to be seen that there isn't anyone here. This is not about attaining something special, something extra added on. It's the simplicity and then the beauty of this, all of this as it is, raw, fresh, alive, all of it. It's juicy and it's changeful, and it's hot and it's cold, it's fast and it's slow. It's all things. And it's also beyond all things. Unmanifested. untouched. Unchangeable. Yet it appears as the changeful. So what I'm saying isn't leading anywhere. It's not going to lead you somewhere in time. It's not going to lead you to it. This is it. This is where all creation happens. This is where all life happens. This is where all problems happen. This is where all solutions happen. This is where joy happens. And tears happen. And laughter happens. Sex happens. Having a poo happens. Sneezing happens. Dying happens. Birth happens. Everything. And what you are isn't in any of that. And yet it's all of it. It's everything. Oh, thank you, Dupe. That was nice. Okay, I'm going to go. I'll just sit here and dribble. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time. Bye.